Hi guys, this is Attorney Terry S. Herron, your divorce and family law attorney here in the state of Georgia. And today I want to talk to you about contempt actions. I get a lot of questions asking, what do I do if I have a parenting plan and the other person is not following the parenting plan? A lot of times what's happening is maybe you've been given parenting time on the first, third, and fifth weekend, and maybe the other side is not allowing you your parenting time, or maybe they're unilaterally withholding your parenting time from you on certain weekends. Well, here's what we do. So we can actually file a contempt action, because if you have an order of parenting time that is signed by a judge here in the state of Georgia, then what we can do is we can actually file with the court, letting the judge know that the other person has not followed the parenting plan. This is very important, that you actually have an order in place. Now, if you don't have an order in place, then that person is not in contempt. And if your parenting plan doesn't say that you get the first, third, and fifth, or whatever weekends you're trying to say that that person hasn't allowed you visitation, then that person is not in contempt. With a contempt action, very specifically, you are able to go to your parenting plan and say, here are my weekends, and here's the time that the person has not allowed me to see the children. And they need to be the same weekends. Now, if for whatever reason your work schedule has changed and now you need to do the second and fourth weekends, well, that person is not in violation if your weekends are the first, third, and fifth weekends. If your schedule has changed, then you need to go back to court and modify your parenting plan. So let's get back to the contempt action. What is it that we can do when it comes to a contempt action? What can we ask the judge for? Well, first of all, we can ask the judge to hold the person in contempt, in willful contempt, saying that this person has not complied with the court's order. Secondly, what we can do is we can ask for makeup time. So if you've missed 3 weekends, or maybe you missed a spring break, then you can ask for that spring break back. Well, it may not be that exact spring break, but we'll take that number of days and we can apply it somewhere else where maybe you only got 4 weeks in the summer. So maybe we can put that 1 week on the back of your summer parenting plan, okay? And then also, what else can we ask for? Well, we definitely can ask for a reimbursement of attorney's fees. I mean, you wouldn't have to file a contempt action with the court and hire an attorney to do that had this person not been in contempt. So we can definitely ask the judge to assess attorney's fees so that you can be reimbursed. And that is discretionary. So sometimes you'll find a judge that will give you all of your attorney's fees back. Sometimes the judge will give you a portion of your attorney's fees back. Now, is there a chance that the judge will say no to attorney's fees? There is a chance. Attorney's fees is discretionary, but more than likely, if this person is found in contempt, you will get reimbursed attorney's fees. What else can be done? Well, the judge can actually modify the parenting plan in the contempt action. You heard right. The judge can modify the parenting plan in a contempt action, so keep that in mind. Now, what are some things that are going to help you as far as evidence is concerned? Well, text messages. If you're showing up to the exchange location and you're there, well, the first thing you may want to do is say, hey, I'm here. It's 6 p.m. or whatever time your parenting plan begins. You may want to say, hey, it's 6 p.m. Where are you? The other thing you may want to do is to prove that you were at the exchange location at the time that you're supposed to be there. You may want to take a picture of the surroundings. Number 3, if you're near a convenience store, you may want to walk in, purchase a piece of gum as proof that you were in the area, okay? Because you don't want that other person to come in and say, listen, I showed up to the exchange location and he or she is lying. They weren't there, so I'm not in contempt. No, you want to be able to prove to the judge that you indeed were at the exchange location. Now listen to me very carefully. You have to be following the order of the court for this person to be held in contempt. So if you're supposed to meet at the Chick-fil-A on Friday at 6 p.m. and you go to the McDonald's, or you're asking the person to bring the children to the McDonald's, then guess what? They're not in contempt if they don't show up to the McDonald's. They're only in contempt if they don't show up to the exact location, exchange location that's in your parenting plan. Now, I get it. Some of you guys actually have in your parenting plan where we will mutually agree. Now, let me just be honest with you. I don't like seeing that, because if you guys were really able to agree on things, then you may not be in court to begin with. So you always, even in your parenting plan, you always want to have an exact location. And if you guys mutually agree to change it outside of that court order, that's fine. Now, when you guys don't agree, you need to go back to the court order. And if it says Chick-fil-A at 6 p.m., you meet at the Chick-fil-A at 6 p.m. All right, so what I want you to do is, if you're dealing with contempt actions, or you know someone who's dealing with a contempt action, call our office, set up an appointment to get started so that we can file a motion for contempt. 404-418-7777. And I also want you to share this video. Listen, I'm all about fostering the parent-child relationship. So I don't like it when parents are withholding children from the other person. So definitely give us a call so that we can go and we can fight so you can have the parenting time that you've been awarded. Thank you so much. Have a great day.